Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Join me inside the TARDIS as we travel through time, righting wrongs and sometime wronging rights in another droll British TV series with over 1,000 stories. In this week's adventure, through Dr. Crit. This is your GM Patrick here, your Gallifrey master, trying to wipe out the Time Lords, aka my 5 friends and your traveling companions. To my far left, he got hit on the head and now thinks that he is in a blue police box. It's Jabert jabbering away as Jamfram.
Yep.
And across the digital table for me, an evil alien trash can rolling around looking to exterminate. It's Miles, make him believe is redacted.
Good evening.
To my right, a hippie time traveling around looking at the far out sights. It's none other than Tyler talking as prey deer.
Man, yeah, it's like Dr. Overrated, right?
To my immediate left, if he doesn't have the skill ranks, he can sonic screwdriver his way out of this trap. Why, we have Drew, Dynablade Zilix Thel.
I preferred when he was Grand Moff Tarkin.
And across from him, a robot with protections from disease, heat, and cold. This alien species sounds OP, but it's none other than Cyberman Rebecca, rolling with Asher and Sky.
Hello.
I had to Google a lot of that. I haven't watched that much Doctor Who, but yeah, we're going through the sci-fi TV series.
All I know is fish sticks and custard.
All I know is
y'all killing me.
If you have that many episodes, I'm not watching.
You says the guy who watches One Piece.
We're all going there.
I know. I knew that was coming back at me. I had to loft that one up so you guys could crack it out of the park. You did great. Oh.
And like all at once, we just like.
Yeah, I'm bleeding out my ears over here.
What about One Piece?
What about it? Oh boy, guys, are you ready to get back into this adventure path?
I think we can all say
Season 5 adventure.
I think we can all resoundingly say maybe.
All right. Well, let's talk about what happened last time on Cosmic Crit. If you guys recall, when we last picked up, the colonists of New Galarion here gathered for a breakfast feast where Astraka, the Shakulta counselor, personally served you tea and coffee, along with an icebreaker prompt for the fledgling colonists here about their homes. Afterwards, the party set out, adventuring around to the south. The professional time the party had, they rolled bluff, engineering, life science, profession, dancer, and survival skills for their monthly pay. And in free time, you guys analyzed samples with Haltharia Grommen, mediated besides a natural spring with Lyoshi the priest, and joined the Hard Hooves Calisthenics Club. Then one day, an explosion came from Veech-Veech's domicile where he said he legally kept Diathas. And that's where we're picking up right now. Or we will, unless you guys can tell me what's wrong with that recap. That was a long one.
It was perfect. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Life science was one of the things that we rolled, not one of the things that you said for our analyzing samples. That would have been the samples, though, not the other thing.
No, life science. I've posted what I've read here in the chat, so you can double check that. Life science is there, so that is incorrect. Anyone else? They're getting harder because you guys have been doing so well.
I'm gonna say that we didn't get served tea and coffee. We were just served tea.
So sorry that you got the option of beverages, Tyler. No,
dang it.
Tea and coffee were served. 100%. Not far off on what was wrong, though. So, Miles, Rebecca, Jabber, I guess you got. I mean, you all have a chance, but let's get one more to keep you alive. Rebecca's feverishly looking down at notes, looking up at the computer screen.
Well, my notes don't match what you're saying, but I don't know what's wrong. All I have written down is, do you know Diathas?
Do you know?
And then I said, no, we fail. That's all I heard.
All right. Well, do you have a guess?
I have a guess.
Oh, yeah. Jabber.
It wasn't a breakfast. It was a lunch.
No, even I have breakfast. He served breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, that was my best guess. I mean, you didn't do any better, Drew.
That closes the door on this.
All right, my rerolls are coming here. I can tell you that Astraka did not serve you coffee and tea. That was Tayeta, of course. Served you drinks.
Hey, Patrick, how's that dramatis persona coming along?
Indeed.
You gonna do that ever in your life? Nah, that's cool. We're just gonna continue not knowing who anybody in this colony is because they're all made up doofy names.
Need a Google sheet to keep track of this stuff.
Oh well, you guys could have.
I wrote down.
Could have screenshotted this right.
I wrote down where every
people.
single one of these people was from because I thought that would somehow come into effect. But
Right, because this is this laundry list of factoids.
I wrote down that Astraka's voice was based off of Tommy Chong because I thought that might be a weird thing that Patrick would throw in, like I was based on Cheech Marin.
I'm actually not going to give myself the reroll because I think Drew actually might have been right here. Though I think you were talking about something else. Indeed, I think you did physical science and not life science for your professional.
Well, Drew, I take it back. You did way better than me.
A couple of you guys mediated by a waterfall, not a natural spring. I'm sure the waterfall will come back. And Rebecca, you were also super close. They're not Diagas, they are Diathas. So close.
Drat.
That is what
I wrote down
facing.
Diathas.
Okay. And you said it too, but you didn't say what was.
I thought I was wrong because I'm writing down things phonetically and you mispronounce things, and then I'm like, well, I don't know what the right pronunciation is.
Part of this is because Patrick is also not great at talking with his mouth. So.
You guys give me the go ahead, and we will do the rhyming intros instead. we will switch gears. Yeah, so no one gets reroll. That's fine because we don't need them. You guys are doing so well here, and this episode indeed starts outside of Veech-Veech, who you recall is the species is basically a walking, talking velociraptor. And you've come to their domicile where smoke is coming out some exhaust fans on top, and there was an explosion just a few moments ago, and they indeed says, yes, Diathas, explosive slugs. Yeah, you might have heard of them.
Cannot say that in all my times amongst all of the timelines I have heard of slugs that explode, but if you are the expert here, I will believe you.
But actually, more slugs explode than not. The not exploding ones are the rare ones. You see from breakfast, Tayeta come on over. They have a nearby science quadrant for their biological studies, along with Halfaria Grommen, who I think we've mentioned. You guys have not met here on the podcast before. They're like, what is that? What is that racket? What is that? What has happened here?
You're talking about them sweet jams coming out of Redacted's vehicle?
There was an explosion, Miles.
I like my explosion better.
Oh yeah, those are like
Explosion of sound.
Those are the good person. Those were Diathas. Diathas. Yes, we know what those are.
Why are they here on the colony?
Knowledge check to know why they wouldn't be here.
Yeah, we can start out with that. I think just by knowledge alone, it might be a little bit more difficult without seeing them exactly. But do you have a life science you would like to roll?
No, I don't. I have a -1 to life science, but I did get a 4.
Okay. Well, they're explosive slugs.
I got that.
Maybe why they're not supposed to be.
They're not supposed to be here because they're explosive. But I am told that that's very common. You see.
I think.
Don't be alarmed. The slugs should be.
Prater would have no reason to protect Veech-Veech, I guess, so he would spill the beans.
Just rat him out immediately.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of cold like that.
Redacted rolled life science to figure it out.
What did you get, Miles?
I got a 21.
Okay. So with that is, I would say, easily 2 successes, even without looking at them. I don't know exactly how rare they might be, but what would you like to know about a Diatha? Just a reminder on enemy kind of stat blocks. You've got defensive, offensive, abilities, special abilities.
I definitely want to know special abilities.
Special abilities, well, they do explode. They have a ability called Detonate when at 4 hit points or fewer. If they take basically any kind of damage outside of bludgeoning, they will explode. So if they take acid, electricity, fire, piercing, slashing, or sonic damage, big boom within a 10-foot burst. Like basically a grenade exploding.
So is that if they get hit at all after having 4? So if they get killed,
they will also explode.
Oh, they will also. Okay, that's what I wanted. And defenses.
It's not like that one game in Price is Right where you have to get like right within
right.
points. Yeah. A defensive ability, or let's see. Well, I could tell you their save bonuses or immunities, or this one does have some other abilities that might factor in here. Which would you like to know?
The other abilities.
Probably the most useful to, I guess, not useful for Tyler's sake, is these are mindless creatures. Like
son of a gun.
Just about everything you've come up against here on this planet, on what seems to be New Galarion, has indeed been in mindless, maybe minus the Drick slugs gremlins, but you didn't really get a chance to talk with the one that escaped.
Can I just say, I thoroughly enjoyed our episode 0 where we fought, individuals with brains that I was able to exploit.
That you were able to scanners explode.
Which I enjoyed immensely versus what we're having to deal with on good old G World.
Do you want to fight Veech-Veech?
Yeah,
you want to take him on?
I mean, from a player standpoint, it would probably be more satisfying. But no, I don't want to fight Veech-Veech. I will route him out to Hetheria.
Veech-Veech comes over to you, kind of swirling a beaker, and explains that he has distilled a tincture of alkali greens that should draw them out if they've burrowed anywhere into the house or in the walls, and asks you to take care of the problem, and gives, I mean, it's kind of hard to see because it is a velociraptor, so you're only able to see one eye at a time, but that one eye on the side of his face does wink. He's like, take care of the problem.
Did he wink or blink? Did anyone see that?
What is a wink but a sideways blink? But he does ask, if possible, if you can capture one or more of them alive. He's not done with his studies.
I don't know. Does anybody do bludgeoning damage?
Yes, but not against a mindless creature.
Does my car?
I can do.
I think cars are bludgeoning damage. He's gonna open wide front doors.
I can do bludgeoning with my entropic strike.
Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, of course you can. Awesome. All right, well, if that is an option, are you guys willing to jump in here? He's got his laboratory. Well, his living quarters are on the north side of the building. He's got a greenhouse, like a glass, almost open air greenhouse on the south side. So there's a couple entrances in here. What would you like to do?
I'd be tempted to start on the greenhoused south side myself.
I was thinking the eastern doorway.
Yep. So this one down here is indeed the greenhouse.
Can these things get out of the building without a human or being going to open an intelligent creature going to open the door?
I mean, maybe if they blow the doors open, but I don't think they have wait, but do these slugs have hands?
You'll have to wait till you see the art.
You have to tell me if these slugs have hands.
Imagine these little things coming at you.
Or at least thumbs.
Redacted's down to go this way if Tyler, if you want to go from the north.
I think Tyler said he wanted to go to the greenhouse in the south.
Greenhouse.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought you said south.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll tag along.
Okay. Opening up here, indeed, you see all manner of plants and what looks like some that have been brought and are very controlled in from Absalom, and others that seem to be experiments of things that have been dug up here that you've seen over the last few weeks here on this planet. Who wants to go in first?
Jamfram will lead the way. 'Tis not but a greenery, friends. Be not afraid.
Mm-hmm. There's a single door leading into what looks like the laboratory, like a fortified door here on the western side.
I see. Is it barred?
No.
It just looks like a heavy door.
Oh, it's heavy.
No, but
right.
Before going in, Brad's going to get in the cruiser and go through this double door.
You want to park it inside the whatchamacallit? The greenhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it. We're running so the plants have extra CO2. Yeah, they're gonna love that.
We're going in just in case.
Okay. Zilix, you following suit going inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So do you want to try this door here, Jamfram?
Well, they said they might have burrowed. Does that mean they could have burrowed in the ground around any of these plants?
Well, surely this is made of like concrete
Possibly.
in here, right?
Well, the ground is made of concrete, but there's planters all over the place. Could
I
they
mean,
be hiding
if we
in the plants?
if we leave the car running and close all these doors, we can just kill the plants, right?
And ourselves.
I don't know, but the catalytic
No, we're
converter, I'm
leaving.
not sure that does
Oh,
that does the same thing anymore.
Do you want to just leave your car running in the house? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's hoping that the plants have lungs, right?
Well, they're
I guess the slugs would, wouldn't they?
Why do you want to kill the plants? I'm so confused.
Well, not necessarily the plants, but anyone hiding in the plants.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Trust no
searching
one.
the.
I
I'm
opened the
searching
door.
building before we try to use the tincture.
I'm sorry. What was that, Tyler?
I'm fine searching the whole building before we figure out where we want to use the tincture to draw them out of hiding if they are. So
Okay.
Yes.
and sounded like Jabert wanted to bust some doors open.
I mean, if you wanna let's see if we can lure them out in here, because we might hear them just on the other side of the door, and then they'll give the game away.
You do see what looks like as you open the door here. Oh, nothing happens if you use the tincture out here in the greenhouse. But opening the door, it does open up to what looks like a very large laboratory. The western wall of which has a number of large cages. And I think perhaps that is where you see maybe some of the doorways into these cages melted away from what looks like a blast of some sort. And perhaps can see some signs of things slithering on out from that hole.
There's just a goop about. There's not a trail that leads to a little, Tom and Jerry hole in the wall.
Why don't you make me a spot, a searchy check, make me a perception.
Perception indeed. 16.
So you definitely can see that they seem to have gone through the muck of this explosion, but it doesn't look like you can follow that for more than 5 or 6 feet. But it does look like they're divergent, like they have kind of gone off in a couple of different directions.
Yeah.
But I would say most of them leading not towards the greenhouse, but to the north, towards the living side of the complex.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Patrick, can we investigate the cages and try to figure out what caused them to fail?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have the roll for that. An explosion. a probably one of these creatures exploding.
Oh, okay.
They are explosive slugs. They're explosive slugs.
That's a pretty inconvenient evolutionary step.
Says the guy that's not
Hold on,
exploded
they're
one day in his
explosives.
life.
They're explosive slugs that broke the cages. Are they slugs that escaped from the cages? We're not talking about a different creature, right?
No, it's all explosive slugs
I thought
all the way
maybe
down.
the explosive slugs were like a tool or something be used by a more nefarious creature, but okay.
Another Dricklugs gremlin pops out.
You never know. It's Starfinder.
It's an imploding slug.
It's like an Alien Resurrection when the two aliens beat up the third alien in order to use its acid blood to get out of the prison cell.
I don't think it actually says in the AP, but like, spoiler warning, they do one of the damage types that caused them to explode. So yeah, maybe Earl just picked the wrong day to get on Joel's nerves, and then boom. But yeah, I don't know if they're once again, they are mindless, so probably not a premeditated escape.
Yeah.
And so you've named Earl and Joel as two of the slugs?
Yeah, we'll keep a running tally on their names. Right. So, do you guys want to continue on looking through the house? Do you want to spread some of the tincture here?
Yeah, we can check we can maybe check these computers and then try the tincture, I guess.
Miles, what would you like to do with the old space cruiser? Is it getting reduced in size? Coming with? You leaving it out here idling?
Yeah, it's getting reduced in size, and I'm up behind, but I want to, as soon as I walk in, I want to pop that bad boy back up.
Okay, there's not enough space to drive inside the...
There's some space.
There's not enough space to drive.
I mean, if everyone moves.
I mean, you could make it big all you want, but it's not going anywhere in this packed laboratory. Yeah. Spreading the tincture in this room doesn't seem to do anything.
All right. What about the computer? What's anything important on that?
Wait, are you like logging into it? You're gonna try to hack it?
Oh, let me check. Am I?
No, I don't know.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna see what Veech-Veech left open on the computer.
Oh, very personal correspondences with another member of his species that you should feel bad about intruding upon.
And
there's some really private, personal stuff in there.
And an ad. I'm gonna use a
data pad to take a picture of it.
Whoa! You never know when this is going to be useful later.
Yeah. All right. Well, that being the case, Pradier is fine to move on to the next room.
So you're going in first, then?
No. He's going to wait for either Yamfram or Asher and Sky to open the door.
I'll open it.
Creak. Yeah, it is very similar to some of the living spaces of many of the other colonist buildings, the prefabs here, but yeah, perhaps a little more austere than what you've seen before. Nothing really decorating this space, and it barely looks lived in. It looks like Veech-Veech might spend most of the time in the lab. But yeah, small table with a few chairs. You see small private rooms for a bedroom and lavatory, and a small kitchen off to the side.
So
feel free to move yourself along amongst.
So we see all of that. Do we see any slugs?
Make me a perception check.
They're in this suspicious snack bowl.
Oh my goodness, Rebecca.
Yeah, 19 on the die.
I think you do not. Well, I can say nobody sees them. They're not out in the open. But I think once you get close to this southern wall over here, sky begins to pulsate a bit, and you realize there is something moving within the walls. You can just hear like a little maybe crinkle of the prefabricated walls here as something seems to brush up against it. On the inside.
Over here, behind this wall. Should we slice it open?
No, I think I would use the tincture and draw them out from the walls, but perhaps ready yourself for a fight before you do so.
There is a Tom and Jerry hole in the wall, isn't there?
Yeah, feel free. What does readying yourself look like, Tyler?
Readying myself calls out, I am not going to be much use here, friends, so shout out if you need healing.
You've been on this planet for a better part of a month. Still no weapons, Tyler?
No weapons, no armor.
Yeah. Who needs them?
I'd have to have enough money, Probably have enough money for a weapon or a armor at this point. I don't know about a weapon.
Jabert, what's Jam from doing?
I'm pulling out my big stick. That's not a euphemism.
We've seen the big stick in action for a round before you disarmed yourself, so we knew that was on you.
Yeah.
And Asher's ready to go. What about Zilix and Redacted? It looks like you're still in the doorway.
Zilix is going to move in, and he's going to activate his cloud array. So there's going to be a nanite cloud that kind of goes over. It's 1 plus my con bonus, so it's four squares. We're going to kind of fill up this area, kind of circling here.
But I don't think we've ever seen this before. What does this do, and what does it look like when you do it?
So Zilix's cloud array is not what he's focused on, but it basically kind of just looks like a little bit of a cloud. But the cloud provides a 20% miss chance. But it does not affect my team, so they can, go through it just fine. I'm sorry, it's 15% miss chance. Excuse me. But I'm not sure what that is on a D100. I guess 25. We have to roll for that. But yeah, and I have some abilities that I can use with this that will potentially come into play. But
I think it goes up to 15% at a higher level. It looks like it starts at 10%.
Oh, you're right. That's a third level that goes to 15%. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess we'd use a D100 for that mischance, but we could use potentially a D20. Right. So what does it look like when Zilix does it? Are your scales like floating off of you?
You kind of see a bit of a ripple off of the scales as sort of just this sort of mist emerges from him.
Oh man. That's a sight weirder than like producing a gun on command. Is this the first time you think you've done this in front of everyone else?
I think so, probably. I had to guess.
Do you guys think, is this just like a normal thing that Extangi do, or?
I feel like Redacted would be extremely fascinated and is somewhat looking forward to studying.
No one look at me. I can't do it if anyone is looking at me.
Eyes on the wall, people. Eyes on the wall. All right, who's popping out the tincture?
I'll do it. I'm closest to it.
Stinky Tinky.
Yeah, you're just throwing that gross alkali base near the wall. Indeed, as that happens, there perhaps is noticeable movement behind this panel as one of these creatures does emerge right next to you, Asher. Let me show you in big scale what these guys look like. No arms, but little tiny grabby kind of centipede-like appendages in its front.
And a lot of teeth.
I'm just saying there better not be a robotic Akata anywhere around here.
They're
hey, let's watch our mouths.
they're not much to look at. They're not much to write home about. I'm going to delete that so I don't have to look at it anymore. But it's not, unfortunately, just the one. Oh, we were always talking about plural explosive slugs, as more of them do start literally coming out of the wall. Figure Tyler gets one too. Boom, right there.
Oh no.
And
dang it.
How dare you stand in the back of the room? Let's pop into the initiative turn order and roll up against some slugs. Oh, I think I messed up. Did we have turn order in here already?
Oh, a rookie move. I didn't have my token selected. Sorry.
That was my fault. Critter con up. These. Oh shoot. Really the wrong ones. Sorry, I'm still using your old art. I'm going to fix it. Just give me 1 minute.
No worries. While we're kind of paused here, I had to go get a pen to take notes. What was it that causes the slugs to explode? I didn't get to hear that part.
Anything but bludgeoning.
Anything but the bludge. Okay.
That's what I think. I listed all of them. I don't think there's any other damage that doesn't, I guess technically force damage doesn't
like
as well.
good damage or whatever.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right, who rolled the highest here? Who looks like they're going first? Is it
Ashford and Sky? I think 1502.
Yeah. Sure, and Sky I think is going to beat out these Diathas. What would you like to do first, Rebecca?
Well, I'm right next to one, which is great. I get an entropy point.
unless you're Tyler.
Well, it's good for me as a vanguard, and I am going to immediately spend that one entropy point to boost this attack, since I don't have to move.
Right, boost attack on the slug.
Okay, so that's 16 to hit.
That is a against the AC. Yes, hit.
Okay, good. So bludgeoning 7.
Ooh, slamming into this thing. It does look bloodied. Yeah, it looks pretty beat up. They're like the size of house cats, maybe. So I mean, not a size you want to see in a slug, but they're not huge creatures. This one comes out maybe the size of a small ottoman, and you give a good crack against it. That. Any other action you'd like to take?
Nope, I'm all done. That's
Then
all my actions.
Prey Deer is next.
I can still demoralize these things.
I think we have determined that it is not a language based demoralize. Let's see.
I'm gonna as a move action, I'm gonna use Intimidate.
It is sense dependent. So if someone couldn't see you or hear you in the case, it would not have any effect.
Hold on one second. I don't have 3 d20s for the day. Hold on.
Oh, you always got to have those ready to roll. Literally and figuratively.
15, 10, and a 19. Okay. So I'm going to use Intimidate to try and demoralize as a move action, because I've improved Demoralize. We're going to use the 15.
Right in the middle there. So that will be a success.
All right.
I'm guessing on the one just right next to you.
Yep. And it is. So that one is shaken.
I'm using the little snail icon in Roll20 for the slugs.
Oh, that's cute. Then we're going to go ahead and use the spell. Oh, crud. This is Starfinder.
How many actions?
They haven't gone yet. No, I was thinking of attacks of opportunity, but they haven't gone yet. I'm going to try to cast Stumble, which forces a reflex saving throw at a -2 because you're shaken. And what Praetor is trying to do is show it is he is essentially forcing this slug to see hundreds of different ways and paths that it could move, in hoping that it kind of confuses it and throws it off target.
I'm sorry, what can I save?
Reflex.
It has failed 6 on the dice.
Excellent. So you are off target, and you can only move at half speed for 1 round.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was the spell called?
Stumble.
Stumble. All right, that's going to bring us to Zilix next, Drew.
Patrick, when I extended my cloud, you just moved we made my character big. Where was the original position that I was in? Was it here?
I think the upper left-hand corner, but
okay, that's fine. I'm going to use my move action to redraw where my cloud goes.
Mm-hmm. Just shifting around the room. Oh, so you're saying you're not going to move this square. You're just going to kind of draw the outline of it.
Yes.
Okay. So covering up.
And I'm going to use my racial ability. You're going to see my scales sort of shimmer and glimmer as I try to cast Glimmer, which is an effect that will affect anything within 30 feet, or any enemy within 30 feet. It's a will save, DC plus charisma for Zilix. That'll be 11 plus half the level. Does that count as 1, or does that count as 0 at level 1?
Well, I will stop you a little bit early here because this is a mind affecting effect. So, unfortunately, this is not going to have an effect on these things. I just
assumed it would be sense motive. Anyway, well then I guess I will cast regeneration.
you've already used Glimmer. Is that not a standard action? Are you saying?
Oh, I assumed you were going to let me not do that because it didn't affect them. So never mind.
No, you weren't listening when I said they were mindless or didn't read it. So no. But it looks like you've moved your cloud to cover our main man,
Prey Deer. Yes.
Prey Deer here. Now, is that going? That works like cloud coverage. So like anything inside of it is getting that bonus.
Yes.
Nanocytes, crazy guys. This is the cloud array once more. Okay, so I think that is going to take us to the Diathas' turn here. We're going to first start with Rebecca. This one that's on you. Oh, might as well double attack. Couple of bites coming at you.
Might as well thump.
Oh boy, we're in trouble already. 17 and an 18 on the dice. That is 2 hits.
About down time that I got some entropy points from taking damage.
Oh, I don't know if you want this. It's actually not that much. This is slashing damage though. It's these bites. Oh, max damage. Slashing damage. This is 10 points of slashing damage over 2 attacks.
Pretty hardcore.
Biting at your ankles. This one is. He did not like that that thumping you gave it. We've got a sickened and off target one next to Prey Deer. I mean, he's gonna do his best to do 2 attacks versus
shaken and off target. Yeah. Please, I've done everything that I can. If you roll a 20 here, I'm just gonna cry.
Moved away from it.
I was trying not to be a wuss. I was trying to give the people something to cheer for here.
Oh, give me that 17 and 18 again.
It's like you have minuses and a mischance. I could not be more protected.
And yeah, shaken and off target does stack, right?
Oh, great question.
Pretty sure they do, but we'll see if I am anywhere. What's your armor class?
It's so low.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. You have enough bad things going on. I'm just gonna
13.
roll. I'm gonna roll 1 attack.
13.
Yeah, natural.
Oh, yeah.
Natural 1. I was about to say this guy is just very confused as what's going on right now. It's like it's falling over itself. It's got scale goo on it. I don't know what the cloud is like. Okay, we got a couple others here, and this one has to. Doesn't have a climb, so I don't think it's getting over this the bar that Jamfram is. We've got a desk situation. The bar, this one popped out the opposite side of the kitchen counter.
Yeah, right behind the TV.
5 over there. 10, 15, 20.
Is that what that is? It's TV?
That's what I would assume.
25. I guess I could slither up on a full action to get to, but I can't really see you as well. You're kind of behind the bar.
I'm also pretty short. So
20. So I think I can get to flank our friend Asher and Sky.
Oh no.
This is the only thing it could do on its turn, right? Let's see.
I went south.
Whoops.
I mean, perks of being short, I guess. I'm 7 feet tall, so hard to miss.
That's true.
Easy target.
Let's move from here. No, it has a double move to get there. I'm still counting. It
I'm
was
sorry,
like,
is this one larger than the others?
yeah, it's the leader of the pack.
Oh, great.
It's the one that came out.
Fantastic.
Is this Earl or Joel?
Oh, this has got to be Joel. This has got to be the guy that. Oh no, Joel died.
Oh.
This has got to be Earl. Right?
Spoilers? Wait, what are you talking about? What is Joel and Earl from?
Oh boy!
Why don't you pay attention to the game, Rebecca?
You guys are gonna have trouble on next week's last time on. Those were 2 of the names of the explosive slugs I threw out there. So this one's got a double move to go over here. It will flank on top of Asher and Sky, but actually under the table that you are back up against. The last one here is going to move to you, Jamfram, and make a single bitey attack. Bitey. This is, I think, a hit.
Okay, KC is 19 right now.
Just
Oh my
hit.
goodness. You're a monster.
16 on the dice. That is 4 points of slashing damage. And we're on to your turn, Jabert.
All right. You've fallen right into my trap.
Now, do you want to do that sweet double attack.
I mean, I think I have to because I'm not going to justify it. I'm not going to justify it and put that bad juju on myself. Let me just pull one thing up real quick. I see. Never mind. I have to make it's only when I make a melee attack against somebody that I get my block. Okay. So that my AC would have been 18 for that strike, but now it'll be 19. So the first attack is going to be at a minus. It's a 14 to hit.
Is it just a -4 for double attacks?
Yes.
I'm like so out of Starfinder practice. Yeah, I was given doing the wrong math for the other ones. 14 is a hit. Ooh. And 7 is enough to bloody this one right in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Another one like that might be what the doctor ordered.
Let's see if I can do it. Can he do it? He can do it. Exactly. 14.
Wow. It is dead.
Yeah, splat.
Just squish. There's goo all over Veech-Veech's kitchen. The refrigerator is splattered. And now we're down to 3.
Right. Veech-Veech did want some of these alive.
Yeah, maybe the last one alive.
But this one, bludgeoning damage, this guy does not explode. So we go on to you, Redacted.
All right, so I guess Redacted would scooch
moving through the cloud, or
no? I mean, I can see the slug to the north from here, though, right?
I think you can peek around the corner. Yeah.
All right. So the one that is severely disabled, I guess I'm just gonna shoot my laser pistol at it.
Oh, don't think any of the things give it a negative to AC. Off target and is shaken.
No, nothing is AC there. It's all attack rolls and saving throws. It's all that stuff's about.
But this little slug rolled a natural 1. He's not on his good game, so you're probably gonna have good luck against him.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Oh no, it's the opposite.
That's 2 1s in a row. I rolled a 1 at initiative, and I rolled a 1 here.
Oh, is Miles the new Tyler of season 5?
I think so.
Would you like the Cosmic Crit Fan Fumble deck or the official Critical Fumble?
The Fan Fumble.
Fan Fumble, critical fail, and you're taking a shot. This is fun. Submitted by Hodiak. It's called You Done Goofed. Congratulations, you scored a critical hit on yourself. Resolve critical effects normally, but apply the effects to the failing character. The good news is here, Tyler, or Miles. I'm so sorry. Tyler's
so used to saying it.
Tyler, I'm so
used to it.
I'm so sorry. Oh boy, what a Freudian slip. The good news, Miles, is you've rolled minimum damage on this attack, so you're taking 2 points of fire. You do get the burn critical effect as you try to shoot this thing, it just bounces right back, scores you in the toe tagging you. So, burning condition for a laser map hazard. So that could be dangerous, but does that happen now? I think it happens at the end of your turn, so we might have to resolve that.
Okay. Well, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, that's why. Having it real quick.
Tyler, have you always had a giant Pip-Boy behind you?
Nah, it's brand new.
I noticed it.
My wife and I have been cleaning some things around the house, and she pulled out this big Fallout Boy, this Pip-Boy poster, and she's like, hey, I don't know, should we just get rid of this? And I was like, oh, I'll just put it up in the window. It'll be fine.
Did you just call it a Fallout Boy?
Yeah.
It's an awesome Simpsons reference. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
It is. I mean, the band was named after the Simpsons reference.
They claim they weren't, but
they don't. No, they don't.
They used to claim they weren't.
No, that was always a thing.
Anyway, so yeah, no, brand new. I'm also trying to clean up.
I have a friend who often cosplays in Fallout related things, so like Nuka-Cola stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Nuka-Cola stuff is cool.
Yep.
It is.
Michael is going to be here this weekend, and so I'm also trying to clean my office to give him a place to sleep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, yeah. The pistol's critical burn is a 1d4. 1d4.
How does that end? Is it just like a flat check, like in Pathfinder, or you have to actually heal?
Oh boy, I'm having a hard time. You gain the burning condition, and for Starfinder, I believe it is kind of similar. You have to be extinguished to end the condition, and you can, at the start of each turn before you take an action, attempt a reflex save to end. And at the end of each round you're burning, you can attempt a reflex save to remove the condition as well. So I'll roll the damage. You roll a reflex save for us, Miles.
Okie doke.
Oh, goodness. So you save against it because it's just 10 plus 3, DC 13. But you take 3 points of fire damage before you're able to pat yourself down. That is turn 1 of the combat. Rebecca, we're back to you. Asher and
So
Sky.
how much extra damage was it again?
3, just 3.
3.
Yeah. It's more than the critical hits.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, Asher and Sky are going to double attack. First targeting the little one, and then if that one goes down, target the big one. Can I do that?
Yeah. Are you going to do non-lethal or just straight bludgeoning attacks?
Is there a reason I would keep them alive? Do we want to keep them alive?
I mean,
We're trying to keep one of them alive.
wanted us to save them.
Keep the tiny one up by it. Pray to your life. You just kill those ones.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We already have one kind of, disoriented. I think we keep that one alive, and I'll try to take care of the ones that are around me. We'll see if it works. All right, strike number 1. This is an entropic strike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a 2. How did that happen?
Just a straight 2?
No, that's not. Is it possible? I guess it is possible. Oh, all right. Well, that didn't work well. Maybe we'll keep this one alive.
It rolls so low.
New plan. All right. Second attack is against the big one, I guess.
You don't want to keep striking the one that's already bloodied?
Sure, I can do that. That's fine. It probably won't work. 7.
Oh, no.
Sad. That's so sad.
Oh, no. Are these just straight D20 rolls when you're double attacking?
Yeah, because -4 negates my +4 that I normally get, so...
Uh-oh, a couple misses. This one, it's wise to your dancy attack moves, and now it just like kind of slithers up against the wall, making you much harder to hit it. Pradier, we're on to you next.
I'm going to move a little bit. And let's see.
Moving out the cloud.
Yeah. And Asher and Sky, maybe while you are trying to fight, you look down and you see, whether maybe it's in your head or in reality, you see flashing visions of different wounds that appear on your body, as if you were seeing like thousands of different battle scars that you've achieved over the years before finally settling on a version of you which has less wounds than what you currently have. Blessings of youth upon you.
Is this the first time you've used this?
No.
Forget. Yeah. So this works kind of like the opposite of the damagey version of the spell, but you are healing wounds by kind of pulling out another timeline where they didn't get hit. They didn't get slapped by a slug.
Yeah, pretty well. Didn't get slapped as hard, really. Rebecca, you can roll a will save to negate this effect if you want.
Why would she? Is it 2 hit points back?
Stamina points, actually. But
Stamina,
yes. Yes.
Okay.
How much? 2?
2. Yeah, I rolled really bad.
Well, I mean, it's better than nothing. Thank you.
It's better than nothing. Yeah. That's my whole turn. Move and cast.
And this is on a single target at first level?
It will always be on a single target, I believe.
Okay. That will bring us to you, Drew, onto Zilix.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to look something up that is not being particularly helpful. First off, Zilix is going to move to rearrange the cloud.
As a move action.
And my erase isn't working. He's also going to just move into the cloud, and he is going to use his nanosite ability, Reactive Repair. So
what does that do?
So Reactive Repair, it uses the nanosite, the nanite surge that I only have so many a day, but this is a swift action. So anyone that is adjacent to me and within my cloud will get fast healing 1, but instead of regular fast healing, it's fast healing for stamina points, but also whenever you regain a stamina point from the ability, you gain a temporary hit point from the ability, but not a full hit point from the ability. I'm just trying to see how many hit points and stamina points that's going to be.
It looks like you've drawn the box over the Diathas, though. Did you mean to put it over an ally?
I don't think that the Diathas gets it.
Well, are you putting it on? You're trying to heal someone, yeah?
I'm trying to heal Asher and Sky.
Okay.
But I also was going to leave that open if Jamfram wanted to get into this action to heal.
Okay. The square you've drawn is not where Asher and Sky is, so if you want
but it's also adjacent to me, and they would be adjacent to me when I move.
Oh, so it's anyone adjacent to you. It's not necessarily in your cloud.
Yeah, the target must either be adjacent to you or be adjacent to you or adjacent to or within your nanite cloud. Technically, it can be adjacent to the nanite cloud, which is more I can target.
And what is this
myself.
called again?
Reactive repair. Sadly, as I read it, I don't think it applies to everything in the cloud. I think it just applies to the person that I am trying to target. So that probably makes sense. But fast healing 1 is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, what about it?
How many stamina / hit points? Is it just
It's
one?
just one.
That makes a lot of sense. So
That's what the one.
So that don't overthink it, Drew. Don't overthink it. So so Rebecca, you now have 1 stamina point per round refunded, as well as a temporary hit point. That temporary hit point will, of course, expire when the effect expires.
Okay.
So this is part of your suite of abilities, kind of like your focus. And it says your nanites swiftly knit flesh and stabilize life signs. Boy, howdy. This is the most stamina healing I feel like people have had in these games outside of our envoy friend. Okay, so that is your full turn, which will bring us back to the Diathas. This one will move up to our friend Prey Deer and make a single attack. A miss. Oh, and I guess it's a single attack. Is it still stumbling, Tyler?
No, I believe that's rounds per level.
Okay, I think this is going to be a hit then. I'm just guessing. What's your armor class?
13?
Yeah, it is. Go get them nanites. Go get the healing nanites for 4 points of slashing damage.
That's all my stamina points.
Oh, well, then you definitely need to get that cloud healing. This one is going to try another couple attacks against Asher and Sky. Shoop, shoop. Oh, boy. Very good and very bad. 19, a super hit, and a natural 1. So I think I'm kind of negating this because this bite does max damage again. 5 points of slashing, but super hit. It also does a critical burn of 1 point of damage. So while you're next to Zilix, that will kind of balance out, but you also can roll to get rid of that. This one is the one standing next to you. Zilix is going to try to make a couple of attacks against you.
Well, that's not nice.
Well, you came right up to me. Okay, and a much better roll. Another 19, another super hit. What is your armor class? I don't know if I've hit you that much.
We removed them from our characters. So my armor class
KAC.
is 13.
13. This is 2 hits, Drew. One of them a super. 9 points of slashing. Also got the burning 1. Oh boy. That is their full.
That's the end of my stamina.
Oh, we're in dire straits here. Don't make these things explode. We are on to Jamfram. Jamf, the rest of the crew, the rest of the party seem to be having some difficulties where as you just El Kabonged one immediately.
Yeah. I'm going to run over here and get in this. Indeed, I'm going to jump into this sweet smelling cloud. It smells nothing like that.
No, what does it? What does it smell like?
Wait, do I need to run? We didn't roll concealment for that.
Oh, this one attacking you. Yeah. That will be 2 10% mischances.
Yes.
So.
Probably not going to change anything, but
I'll roll D10s on this.
Worth
Make it simple. Oh, it's very Oh, I rolled low, but not a 1. Yeah, you gotta remind me because it's hard to see this box, but that does not affect your allies. We are sure about that. So, jam from big single attack. You're flanking with Zilix.
Big single with the flankum. Rankum, tankum, flankum. Natural 20.
Yeah.
booyah, Grandma, booyah.
We're gonna need those. We're gonna need those.
Knock it down.
Crits. Those big old crits. And you know I'm still riding the high of CritterCon, and I'll do a special shout out to 2 of our venture agents in Odin and James, who ran our specials this year. Once more,
think about Odin
you guys.
the other day. Hey.
Yeah, all the way down in Australia and all the way up in England, but taking care of the Starfinder Society Crittermander Lodge for years now. Thank you guys both. This crit goes to you. I haven't looked at the damage. What are we talking about for the damage here?
10 points. 10 points.
Okay. So this one immediately bloodied, and it has a knockdown effect as well.
It does.
Oof. Ouch.
Down you go.
Okay.
Silly boy.
That is going to take us to Redacted then, I think is next.
All right. So, I guess I'm going to... Redacted will shoot the
Miles, if you shoot this thing and it blows up, no one will forgive you.
one right in front of him.
You know what? Just reading on
them.
Reading on Cloud Array, I think it does provide a mischance to allies. It does not provide... Your attacks ignore any mischance provided by the cloud. It doesn't allies. So if...
D10?
Well, I was about to say, if you want to not move into the cloud, you can still... We can just let it lie because we didn't know that.
But the slug is in the cloud, and it's based on who's in the cloud.
That's true. Yeah, right.
It doesn't matter where Yamfram is. It only matters where the slug is.
The slug is in the cloud, so the slug benefits.
Yeah.
From it.
All right.
So he's rolling a 1d10 no matter what.
All right, here we go. Hey, it's not a 1 or a 10. Whichever one would have been bad.
I would have had to take back all the nice things I said about Odin and James. I've been like, you know what? No, it's all me.
No thanks, gang.
D20, natural 20 rescinded. All right. So we'll know that for the future. Sorry, this is the first time we've used the cloud. Miles, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so Redacted is going to shoot this guy right here, right in front of Redacted.
Mm-hmm.
And
single shot.
Let's go for 2.
2 blasts. All right.
So blast the first. It's a 15 on the dice.
Okay, and at a -4, 11. That is a hit.
All right, for 3 points of damage.
Right, that's the first damage this one on Tyler's taken.
And the second. Another one.
Miles, I'm so sorry.
Third this episode.
Critical fail deck from the Crittermanders, or we pulling out this fumble deck?
Well,
Am I shuffling? All right,
a legendary episode from Miles.
What is while I'm shuffling, what's Redacted saying as he's popping off these shots? I could have fit my vehicle in here.
I mean, yeah. Redacted just laments the fact that the vehicle that has yet to have been named. I don't think we came up with a name for it yet.
Wow, this is too rough. So first things first, the energy critical fumble is called I Meant to Do That, and you move 10 feet in a random direction, provoking attacks of opportunity normally, and you're staggered for a round. It's like, okay, wow, that's pretty intense. So the 2, we're gonna move you just kind of to the north of the room. You're staggered, but there's also an extreme blow. Never take these cards. These cards are awful. Make me a reflex save, Miles.
All right.
1.
Might be the end of this character. Oh, no, he's fine. You do not shoot your eye out and become blinded for a round. This is a very dangerous pistol you got there, Miles. Where'd you get this thing
to
from?
Everyone, and to no one except myself.
Turn 2. to Asher and Sky. We're back to you.
All right, I am being flanked by 2 slugs, but one of them is almost down. I am going to concentrate on the little one and only attack 1 time this time because I've learned my lesson. No more multi-attacks for me.
Oh.
All right.
Gone are my days when... Oh, and I'm also boosting this because I'm not moving.
You want to do non-lethal?
No.
All right.
Beat the snot
It's a
out
22 to hit.
That is a hit, I can safely say.
It does 5 damage.
All right. Just 5. Ooh, this one is still up after that, though.
No, that's heartbreaking.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
That's my turn.
2 attacks would have done it. But Prey there onto you. So this one's very persistent. This one that's chasing you to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, and beyond. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to move into the cloud behind Yamfram. We're all in the cloud.
We're all in this.
Just like this podcast. In the cloud somewhere, and you have to download us.
Ash and Sky, you still aren't doing hot?
Yeah, and Asher, technically, you can make a reflex save to end this burn
Yeah.
condition.
Nope, that's a 10.
No. So
Okay.
you're basically not earning the HP back, or you are, but you're getting 1 SP down.
Hold on, how much damage do I take damage at the end of my turn?
Yes, 1 point.
1 point. So okay,
But that is-
I'm definitely not doing well.
But that you're remember you also have fast healing 1, so every round you're getting 1 SP and 1 temporary HP.
Yeah, I'm confused by that. All right.
Yes, it's
okay.
more it's confusing to me as well. When I built this character, so
All right. Okay, I think I have my SP and HP set correctly now.
Good. Add 2 more to your SP, because
Thank you.
I'm trash, and I deserve to be thrown in the trash when this fight's done.
Well, I'm trash as a melee character, so you know. We're
You rolled a
even
22. You did 5 damage. You're killing it.
on that
Like
one.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. My turn.
That was not directed at you. I'm sorry.
Okay, so that is going to take us to Zilix. Your turn.
Zilix is going to
This one in front of you is down on the ground. The little Jamf man has pushed it down.
Zilix is going to use his natural weapons, natural attack, which I'm assuming counts as bludgeoning. I hope.
Oh, you know what happens when you assume, right, Drew?
Well, I literally can't tell. I'm hitting him with my tail. I hope that's not piercing or anything weird. Sorry, my browser is not keeping
Make the attack, and then we'll look up the rules afterwards. It sounds like a fun experiment.
And I'm going to do non-lethal because
3 on the
Oof.
dice. No, is that what you rolled? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you're making 2 attacks?
No, I did non-lethal.
Oh. Okay. Then that's going to take us back to their turn. This little guy will right himself up in front of Champfrom and Zilix.
Oh, I guess that would have
and
been never mind.
Gonna attack one of the 2 of you, and it's gonna be Jamf. Jamf, he's gonna try and bite you. No. Oh, actually. Oh no, he's not gonna bite you. Oh no. As a full action, this guy seems to inflate
he had
itself.
to did he already stand up?
No, actually, he doesn't need to stand up to do this at all. He's just going to explode. He's going to burst himself like a bubble because he is down low enough to detonate. Can the 4 of you
Oh no!
And-
10 foot.
and it take? Can you all?
And it's Buddy up here, right?
Everybody except Redacted. Can you make me a very simple reflex, but a reflex nonetheless? DC 9 for half damage.
Ooh. I'm going to use a nanite surge.
Jamfram Chipper just can't stop rolling 20s.
I'm going to use a nanite surge to switch from my cloud array to my sheath array, which is going to give me a +1 to reflex saves.
Can you do that as a reaction?
Yes.
I don't believe that. Yes.
You can use a nanite surge to form or switch arrays as a swift action.
Okay, that's a swift though. So
Not a reaction.
That's not a reaction. That's a swift action. All right.
I'm making a couple of reflex saves here because.
Well, gang, I hope you enjoyed the art of our characters and all of our characters as we all die right here. This is gonna be great.
I'm gonna call this one in the corner here. It's within range. So let me roll 2 reflex saves. Well, I mean, I guess kind of good news is they've both made it. And I think the only one
good news, everybody.
only one that's failed, unfortunately, is Asher and Sky. Maybe not expecting to have to deal with this guy exploding behind you.
Yeah. Do bludgeoning damage, people.
It is 2 points of fire damage. So, oh boy. As this thing pops behind you. This one here, though. Oh, I think we're chain reactioning, right? How many hit points you have? Yes, this one that you are fighting, though, Asher also pops because of that damage and detonates. We're dwindling down. Another one dead. Can you and Zilix make me another reflex save? Okay, 2 saves here, as this one does a little bit more damage to you, but only 4. So 2 on the half. 2 more fire damage. You guys both all right still?
Yep.
Barely.
Right. 3 of these things are dead now. And there's 1 left. We got kind of closest to our friend Redacted. I guess it hasn't taken its action, right? So it's going to, we're going to kill it Redacted. Yeah, it's going to move over and try and bite you, Miles. Oh, I'm so used to attacking Jabber and on how Tyler's natural ones. Up there, you can't beat hits and you can't hit. A natural 1 against our gray friend.
Second natural 1.
Yeah. You really goofed it up with your spells, Tyler.
Apparently.
We're going to go to your turn then, Jamfram.
All right, so I've got my fast healing 1, right? Is that just from being in the cloud?
No,
Or do I have to be
unfortunately, I
adjacent
don't.
to it?
Cloud's gone.
No, the cloud's still there because I can
that's there.
do it.
But you have to be adjacent.
But
Is that
no,
right?
but you have to be adjacent or in the cloud. But it's a target that I have to pick. I don't think it's just automatic in the cloud.
I see. Anyway,
That might be a little too OP, I guess. But
Oh yeah, it's pretty good though, because it does give that HP boost.
I'm gonna step
Temporary
forward to this one right here, and
Flank with Redacted.
I'm flanking. I'm gonna try to help out our dino friend, Screech, and
Non-lethal?
non-lethal.
Okay. Just keep throwing out those natural 20s, Jabber. We're out of here. The episode over.
That'll get me there, right? So, all right. So
if you recall, in season 1, you ruled that critical hits cannot be non-lethal.
no.
You know what? I was pretty good back then. Ooh, natural 2.
I can do better than that.
Always a book reroll or a level reroll.
Level reroll. I'm doing it.
All right, I think this is a first level reroll.
Natural 20.
Can't stop.
There went the non-lethal aspect of the
Broken.
Can't stop.
this thing is dead.
Don't stop. Did you take all of the good dice rolls from Miles?
I did. I've got a voodoo straw that I stick into the head of a little doll that I've written Miles on.
Can we
and I say,
please count?
give me all your good luck.
Can we please count the crit as a non-lethal crit just because he did it so well?
Yeah. And,
Oh, wow.
you're,
Season 1 Tyler is furious all of a sudden.
I mean,
Season
you're
5 Miles is furious.
yeah, you're teeing this thing up like a softball and just batting it across the room. We'll give a flanking buddy shout out to our friend Max, who supports us on Patreon. Thank you very much for your almost full year at this point. Well, actually, no, when this comes out, it'll be a full year of support. We appreciate you, and we thank you for making this podcast possible. I haven't looked at the damage, but
It's 10 points.
10 points in total. It had 10 points of HP left, so it is unconscious, and we are out of combat.
Taking a nap.
Yeah, boom, baby.
Good work, Jamfram.
That's how we do it. In my otter hole or wherever otters live.
Please don't talk about your otter hole.
I think that based on what I know about otters, it's either a river or a sea. Those are the two otters that I know about.
Veech-Veech comes running in after the explosion, sees goo and little bits of burning flames everywhere, and is like, oh wait, is this one still alive?
Yeah, I hold it up by its tail, and I said, "We got one."
We're choosing to call this one Daniel.
Dang, Daniel, that one's alive. Thank you for keeping him alive. He's very excited. He's like, yes, now my researches can continue, and I will owe you all for helping me keep this under wraps.
Oh, this was supposed to be secret. I'm like walking down the street, like already yelling about it. What a great job I did in saving the slug.
Yeah, if you chat him up, we'll understand it's pretty irresponsible. I mean, these things were on the spaceship that you guys flew in for a month, but yeah, pretty irresponsible to bring him into the settlement. And he's already admitted he basically bent the guidelines that he put in place in order to allow himself to bring something like this along. Does anybody want to roll, a sense motive check? I don't know if that's anyone's wheelhouse.
It is it is so far up my wheelhouse.
Oh boy.
I have a 25.
I think this guy's on the level.
I was about to say, he seems pretty remorseful about
honest Veech-Veech
about have you all kill these things. But Praetor, as you watch this Jurassic Park monster cradle the alive but unconscious explosive Diathas, he does not seem remorseful about you having to kill these things or having brought them here. Fairly psychopathic behavior. It's almost like he's a dinosaur. And indeed, maybe if anything, he was perhaps is a little perturbed at the idea of getting in trouble for this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it also seems to be holding something back from you.
Ooh. Praetor will walk forward and say, Veech, I imagine that your research means more to you, or enough to you, to not want to cause a stir. And there are people outside who will be more than happy to come in here and shut you down for your transgressions against safety standards. So out with it. What's the full story here? If you are to owe us, we are to be allies, I would know the whole truth. Can I roll diplomacy?
Sure.
Oh, that's fantastic news. Because I don't have to roll it. I just take an automatic 19.
And in your bonus there is pretty high.
6 for a 25.
Yeah, that's enough to think he would open up and be like, listen, I have my own personal research projects, just like you all have your side hustles that require me bending the corporation's rules. But if the likes of the goody two-shoes Grommen next door were to find out, at the very least, they would hold me responsible and perhaps force me to move my experiments outside of the colony. If you were able to look past this and perhaps tell a little white lie, I could fund you with some things from around my lab. What say you? You seem to speak for your friends here, pray dear.
I am willing to look the other way if you promise funding and updates on your research when you are capable of providing them. I may not look like it, and I am certainly not an expert such as yourself, but I am drawn to the curiosity of science and nature, of which you seem to be interested in dabbling in. That is why I would like to see your work continue.
Yeah, so are you actually interested in what he's producing here or what he's researching?
Yeah. I mean, Praetor values like he values, advancements in science and magics. So he's only really knowledgeable on the magics part here at level 1 because that's all I could afford. But this kind of from Praetor's perspective, as he maybe sees various timelines of Veech-Veech's research coming to fruition and sees varying like forms of success for the group and also various failures and the fact of like probably explosions. He's kind of gambling towards one side.
Okay. Do you want to talk this over with the gang? Is everyone okay with this?
I'm not pleased by it, but I also frankly believe Veech-Veech is a good person. Deep down, I'm on your side, Veech-Veech.
I suppose everyone has to have their finger in some kind of pot.
Oh, please let Redacted be the one that has like a moral problem with keeping this a secret. You're muted, Miles.
Redacted just like recorded the entire thing for later.
Have you?
Yes.
Getting this down.
Redacted doesn't care about this.
Yeah.
The tape deck in your vehicle has just a record function.
Similarly, Zilix has this weird feeling that he would be against this, but is compelled to agree.
Seems like this kind of outside the box fringe sciences that the Veech-Veech is studying. Maybe is going to be helpful in the future, but certainly it's going to be helpful right now because he goes back and puts the unconscious Diathas away in a very secure cell now without other creatures in it, and comes back out and hands you a couple of sealed survival straws, 2 sealed survival straws, and goes up to you, Praetor, and hands you a small like needle serum. This is a Mark 1 adaptive serum that he says, I can produce these and help you out. And if you continue to help my researches, I can continue to produce these. If you guys are in Veech-Veech's corner, this is not one Mark 1 adaptive serum. This is like a replenishable one per month that you can use. You bring back like the equipment that it comes in, and he can, in like a day or so, whip up some new ingredients. He just squeezes the explosive slug, and those juices are the base of this thing.
Fantastic.
Oh, but that is not all. I also have this for you. And as he winds up, he gives you a big old pile of to be continued. Maybe he does have something else for you.
It's slug dookie.
This reminds me of my grandmother's to be continued.
Put this in the trash outside when you leave. I won't be needing their feces anymore. That's gonna do it for us, folks. Diathas battle. Ooh, yeah, it was hair raising. I was pretty sure, Rebecca, you're about to die there. But you had everybody and the kitchen sink thrown at you to heal those stamina points.
I promise I'll do better next time.
I promise I will too. Let's work together to do better next time.
Agreed.
Roll better.
Yeah, but besides the high highs, the low lows, pretty interesting battle here. We got to see more of you guys' capabilities, and I'm like, besides running people over, we'll see if he can continue here.
Opposite of fun.
Next week, we'll continue on and finish up the first month in the colony.
Fantastic.
That's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks for playing with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listeners, thank you for listening. We're going to catch you next week here on Cosmic Crit.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Slug noises.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.